deer.
This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Anzalone Studios of Arizona, UFC Fight Week, Covington, Woodley, Conor McGregor speaks. Poirier out of the Ferguson fight. Who's for Tony? Let's talk about it with the MMA-Holes. Yeah, baby. How you doing, peoples? JBH, how are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. So are you?
Wonderful, wonderful.
You didn't turn on my mic, Moss. You should be ashamed of yourself.
There we go. All right. So, we got a lot to talk about tonight from the Anzalone Studios of Arizona. Love Mikey Anzalone, but I got to say, it's tongue-tying. Anzalone Studios of Arizona. I don't know why. A lot of going on there.
Yeah?
I want to say New York. I want to say Sonosi, but it is
keeps
the
changing too much on you.
Yeah, it's these people keeping me on my toes, my tippy toes. All right, so we got a lot of stuff to get to on this 2-hour extravaganza. There is a deer lurking, Jesse, a mystical deer that needs to be unleashed for the first time ever, a doozy to set him free. And that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Anyway, who will be the first to unleash the deer? Jesse, never will I fold, says Conor McGregor. But, JBH.
Yes.
What would you like to start with?
This is tough, Moss. Should we start with Conor? Just get it out of the way?
It's up to you. New York! New York! All
right, let's go,
Wonderful,
Conor.
wonderful.
Although you are going to have to refresh your MMA news page because there's some last-minute stuff that was just thrown up there by yours truly.
Oh, I see a deer lurking in the chat, Jesse. I see the deer. What do we got here? Well, you want to start with Conor or you want to start with the new
That's up to you.
additions? I don't give a fuck.
All right, so let's just start with from the top. How about that?
Start it from the top. Now we're here.
I don't think it goes that way, Moss.
Start it from the bottom. Now we're here?
Yes.
Okay.
According to MMA Mania, UFC Vegas 11's Johnny Walker reveals that he tested positive for COVID-19, which delayed his UFC return. Indeed, Walker recently revealed that he tested positive for COVID-19 a month or so back, which forced UFC officials to push back the original date in mind for he and Spann to throw down. On the bright side, Walker says none of the people he said he was staying with when he realized he tested positive contracted the virus, including his girlfriend. Furthermore, all of his tests thus far are during the week have come back negative. After starting off his
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hey, Martin Unreal.
I want Hooker versus Chandler. I want Marvin Vittori versus Edmund. I was Rockhold versus Gastelum. I want Tony versus fucking Khabib. Is that too much to ask for? Mahal for life.
Mahal for life.
Thank you, Mr. Former Conor Hernandez, Martin Unreal. He wants Hooker versus Chandler.
Yes.
Okay, you know what? I'm down with that. I actually rather Chandler Hooker than Chandler Tony. I think that's a little too much. Too much too soon. Chandler Hooker makes more sense. I'm with you. He wants Vittori versus Edmund Shabazian. Yes, we're 2 for 2. He wants Tony versus Khabib. Nah. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Jesse, what do you say with those 3?
Wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful.
Sorry for missing the show last night, but it was Taco Tuesday for the
Oh.
old drunken one.
Taco
Pink
Tuesday.
tacos, I'm talking.
Wow.
And Chrome, you'll be happy to know that I let the Lord be my protection all 4 times.
Wow.
Hashtag raw dog.
Very nice. Did you pop your
Savage
cherry
getting
last
it
night?
on.
You lost your virginity last night and you didn't let us know? Like, when it happened, you should have hit us up. We could have live streamed it. Everybody, Drunk Savage lost his virginity! Yes! Yes! Yeah, baby! All right. Woo! JBH, this is fantastic news.
Yes.
People are going crazy. He's a man now, says Clyde. He's a man now. You are now one of the real men. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And thank you for the donation.
Okay.
Raw dog. Hashtag raw dog. All right. Here we go.
All right.
Where were we? Oh, by the way, address Martin Unreal's donation over there. Saying the 3 fights. Do you like all 3?
Hooker versus Chandler. All right, I'll go with it. Marvin Vittori versus.
What do you mean,
Edmund.
all right? Do you
All
want
right.
it or no?
No, like, oh, yeah,
Is there
all
something
right.
you'd rather?
If they're, yeah.
So you don't like it?
No, all right. All right.
Would you rather Tony Ferguson versus Michael Chandler?
I don't know about that.
You don't?
No, because
Okay, so Hooker makes sense then.
Marvin Vittori versus Edmund. Shabazian? Yes. Rockhold versus Gastelum? What?
Wait, Rockhold. I didn't see that one.
I was Rockhold versus Gastelum. I want Tony versus Khabib.
Wait. Oh, he did say Rockhold versus Gastelum.
That's ridiculous. It's not
Oh,
happening.
I'm sorry. 2 out of
That's so
4. I
silly.
apologize. Yeah, I don't
Tony
care about that.
versus Khabib will never happen, so you might as well not even waste your breath on that one.
So you're a 2 out of 4?
2 out of 4.
Okay. We agree. What do you guys think in the chat? Mr. Martin Unreal, who he would like to see. That's all he wants, those 4 fights to come together. Let's see. Gastelum versus Rockhold. I mean,
Stop.
It's not terrible.
Just stop.
Well, it's not a terrible fight, but it's just not anything that
That
I'm
fight
like,
is
yeah.
horrible. It's so bad. All right, now let's get back to Johnny Walker.
Well, we're asking the chat. What the
Okay,
hell?
well, all right. Well, I was only in the middle of a news story over here,
It
Moss.
was a donation. They take precedent.
All right. Weidman versus Vittori says bruh man. DeSarle says Kanye versus Biden 3 rounds. Alex Lovell says drunk has to hide us from his girlfriend. Damn, bro. Listen, he's got a little private life over there. You know, you can't unleash all the goods.
Was it Shannon? Was it confirmed? They're in Florida, Jesse.
Aiden says Hooker versus Chandler is a good one. Pale Monkey says DS. She expects it, bro. Eddie says I need more drugs. Silas says Biden versus his to-do list 5 rounds. 2 joints. Moss and Jess are wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
You're wonderful.
You know, every time I hear the presidential candidate and the president, and I'm not, trust me, I won't go there, don't worry. But, Saved by the Kevin
Wonderful, wonderful.
from Chicago.
Drunk isn't the only one who lost his V card last night. I got my cherry popped as well. Only thing is, he was kind of rough and now my butthole is on fire because he had a giant hog.
Wow.
Fed from Chi-Town out.
Oh. Kevin lost his virginity to a man! To a man!
Gaylord.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, we're just going to move to the story now.
All right. After starting off his UFC career with 3 first-round knockouts, which prompted some hype being the one to give former light heavyweight champ John Jones some trouble, Walker fizzled a bit after dropping back-to-back fights to Corey Anderson and Nikita Krylov. Now he'll look to get back on track against Spann, who has won 8 in a row. UFC Vegas 11 will feature a heavily anticipated fight between former welterweight champ Tyron Woodley and ex-interim title holder Colby Covington.
All right. So he had COVID, huh? He
That's
had the COVID.
what pushed back his original fight in Spann.
He looks like he has some terrible disease, right? That face?
That's really mean.
Why do you, every time I say something, it's very mean.
'Cause
I'm
you're a
just saying he
mean
looks like he
person.
has HIV or something in this picture, no? Right? Like if you just saw a picture and you know it's Johnny Walker, say you didn't know it's Johnny Walker, you say this man has a disease, you would think, yeah, COVID, HIV, it's got something wrong, right? Doesn't look very healthy in this picture.
Why HIV?
Because I'm positive.
What?
All right, next.
All right.
Oh my God. Can this guy win this fight? Can Mirchard win this fight, Jesse?
I don't know, Moss. Do you think so?
No.
All right.
I don't think he can, but do you? I kind of want him. That would throw everything off.
I mean, listen, nothing's impossible.
Nothing's impossible in the cold November rain. Is that how it goes? No, wait, how's it? Nothing lasts forever. With the cold November rain. Nothing lasts forever.
Oh, wow. That was very good, Moss. Huh.
That was good.
Good.
That was good. Wow. Let's go to
Yes.
karaoke together. I'll dazzle you with those beautiful vocals.
All right.
All right.
Gerald Mirchard says Khamzat Chimaev and crew tried flexing on him at Host Hotel. According to MMA Junkie, Mirchard is not a fan of some of Khamzat Chimaev's decision ahead of their middleweight clash. The seasoned veteran takes on the undefeated prospect in the main card on Saturday's UFC on ESPN Plus 36 in Las Vegas. Mirchard has made it clear that he doesn't like that Chimaev and the UFC have already planned a future bout with Jemiah before seeing what goes down at UFC on ESPN Plus 36 first. Now, you can add to that list a run-in Mirchard said the two competitors had at the UFC's Host Hotel. Mirchard said that the UFC media day that Chimaev tried to stir the pot.
Tried to touch his ass.
When the two saw each other in person. He said, we passed each other in the hallway very quick, and he tried to, I think he was trying to talk trash with me. He just kept saying, don't talk too much, and I was kind of like, yeah, okay. We're fighting Saturdays, so we're not going to do anything now because I want to make money. I don't know what his deal is, and not only that, but I don't think it's a very cool thing to flex when you've got all your friends with you and stuff. I had one guy with me, and he had a bunch of guys with him. I get it. You don't have to like me. I don't have to like you, but let's just save it for the cage.
This guy's like Artem 2.0.
Either way, Mirchard believes that the encounter reaffirmed the notion Chimaev is in for a rude awakening on Saturday night, one which will spoil his future plans.
It is kind of weird how they book Chimaev for 2 fights. After this, the Damian Maia fight in Abu Dhabi. And what if he loses? Does that still happen? They still put that thing together?
No. Only if he wins. The plan was Chimaev beats Mirchard and then fights Damian Maia.
Oh,
The
dear.
plan was not, if something happens with Mirchard, you know, like if he loses to Mirchard, then he fights Damian Maia still. It's not like that.
So you're saying he'll never be a deer?
He'll never be a deer.
Okay. All right. What do you think about his chances, chat room, Mirchard versus Chimaev? Is he a deer to the slaughter?
Drunk Savage says if he loses, he has to shave the beard. The double champ, the UFC is gambling. And he says, Aiden, what did Eddie say? Two Joint says, me, shart, me self. Mike H is dropping the boobies. Life and Logic, you have to bully the bully to get his respect. Wheelchair says, rest in peace, Donald Cerrone. Alex Lovell says, man, I'm so happy my last name isn't Mirchard. Drunk Savage, everyone has a chance. Pale Monkey, the story about Khamzat going to Ireland to try and beat up Conor is great. Justin Gorley says, absolutely, Dana has way too high of hopes. That fight happens no matter what.
All right. So here we go. Let's pull up the old Tapology.
Wonderful, wonderful.
The pastor.
Shame on all of you. I was at church, came out to the pulpit to an empty church. Come home, get on here and hear all of you fooks are. I had a great sermon ready to preach. I was going to preach about the booty, and how the booty can alter a man's life.
That would be a beautiful sermon. Thank you, Pastor Chrome. You are a dear. Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Here we go. Chimaev versus Mirchard. This is the fight that's going to be going down on this card Saturday night, which is a complete banger. 8-0 Chimaev. Now, he hasn't really fought anyone of substance. Mirchard does have a lot of octagon experience. He's a plus 315 if you're a gambling man, Jesse. With a lopsided fight like this, would you throw money on the Mirchard just to take a chance?
Negative. I'd probably, maybe, shit.
Tell you what, plus 315 is pretty
But
good.
he's just so, like he teeter-totters with his record. I I'm going to go. I don't know if I would put money on Mirchard, but I would pick him as just like a good odds.
You have $100 laying around.
$5.
$100.
I would put $5 on Mirchard.
Well, if you throw $100 down, plus 315, what do you make there?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
What?
I don't know if I'd put $100 on Mirchard.
You want to triple your money? You
No,
can triple it.
I don't think I would do
You triple
it.
your 5, it's nothing. But you triple 100,
Nah.
a little better. Triple a G.
I'd rather just keep the 100.
Okay, is anyone taking the gamble on the Mirchard versus Rat Lip? Remember, Rat Lip fought he fought no one. Rat Lip.
Rat lip.
Wonderful, wonderful.
What do you think, Chad? Is anyone taking the gamble? Dropping it on Mirchard could be risky.
Henry Sosa says, Betty Sai, minimum bet is like $2. Ivan Logic Jemiah looks like a first class. A-ho. Gio the Great says, certified freak, 7 days a week. Aiden Oliveira suggests Mirchard takes Jr. Henry Sosa says, that happens a lot. Alex Lovell, Annie Hello, Drunk Savage, I gamble with my life, never my money. Roberto Lopez, I'm throwing 40. Glide, put the 100 on Ratlip. Games you love, Khamzat beats Mirchard and Maya and then fights Woodley.
Khamzat beats Mirchard and Maya and then skips to fight Tyron Woodley. So you're saying Woodley loses against Covington? Or does Woodley beat Covington?
Khamzat beats Mirchard and Maya. And then he fights Woodley.
Okay, so but what's the outcome of Woodley versus Covington this weekend?
He says Woodley wins.
Woodley
if Woodley won, then there would be no reason for If Woodley
what I'm
lost, then Khamzat fights Woodley after Maya.
I would like to see a Khamzat versus Woodley. I'd be down for that.
But Woodley would have to lose to Covington.
Yeah. Well, maybe they make him just skip the line. The UFC likes to do that. You know, if he runs over Mirchard in the first round and then say Damian Maya, could you imagine if he just plows through Damian Maya, just pummels his face into the mat, which I can't see happening. I can't. Even though Damian Maya is, 43, 2, somewhere around there? He's in his lower 40s. Yeah, maybe. I just don't see it. I don't know, man. Is Khamzat, he looks pretty decent, you know, in his training videos and his training clips. Not from his fights, man. His fights, I don't know how I'm feeling about it, because how do you judge, this man's performance against a Rice McKee?
Russ.
Russ
McKee.
There we go. And wasn't that like a short notice fight too? All right, so he beat this guy, okay, Rice McKee. Here he is, Rice McKee, 10-3-1. He's the kid from Cage Warriors. They were pretty high on him. He comes in on short notice and just gets mollywopped. You look at the other kid, John Phillips. John Phillips is 22-10-0. So he's got a lot of fights under his belt. Let's scroll through his statistics and look at this. Look at this fucking guy. Out of his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights, he's only won one of them. Okay, Who else did he fight? Wonderful.
Now that I have her attention, please turn you Bibles to come get Psalm chapter 69. Booty, booty, booty. I want some mo booty, but I can't get enough of the sweet, sweet cootie. Booty, 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 I love me some booty, but I can't let go of that sweet cootie.
That was beautiful. You're such a dear, Pastor Chrome. Thank you for the wonderful, wonderful donation.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That was really sweet. I'm going to say it to Jesse tonight. Here's the other guy. This is Walmart Usman.
You're funny, Mom.
5-1-0. Barely any professional fights. Yeah, come on. He fought nobody. This guy. So it's hard for me to just completely jump on him. Maybe you do throw a couple of bucks on Mirchard. Although Mirchard's win-loss. He's due for a win. He lost to Ian Heinisch.
I'm going to say he takes another loss.
Heinisch is tough, though.
He was exposed, though.
He beat Duran Win. Got the rear naked choke on him. He's a manlet. Eric Anders, he lost to. Is Eric really that good? I mean, Eric's been up and down. Trevin Giles, he won, or Giles. And then beat Kevin Holland, who's tough. You never know at Mirchard.
You never know, Moss.
He might beat him. Oh, that'd be great. If Mirchard beats Chimaev, that'd be fantastic. But I guess we have to root for Chimaev.
Then what's next for Mirchard?
We have to, the title, right?
Why don't they give Mirchard Damian Maya?
I say, yeah, that would be great, man. You should have Mirchard hit Damian Maya, and then he'll get choked out by Damian. Chimaev, we have to root for him as a show, Jess. This guy's got buzz, man. He's got a ton of buzz. People love this guy.
That means absolutely fucking nothing.
It means a lot. Look at Khabib. I mean, he packs a following, this guy. You know?
Absolutely fucking nothing.
Is his fate like Mr. O'Malley's fate? As he is 8-0. He's not co-main in this fight card, but he's pretty much up there, main card.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that, say he wins here, gets on a pay-per-view, and co-mains and then loses O'Malley style? What do you think? Want me to repeat that question, Jesse? I feel like you had a tough time with that.
No. What?
You're thinking very long. Yeah.
Sorry, I won't think so long.
You better be
Okay,
sorry.
then I'll just say sure.
So you
O'Malley
say-
style.
You said so. You're saying he's going to win this one, get on a pay-per-view, and then O'Malley style
Well,
just shoot the bed.
Khamzat Chimaev is, like you said, a huge hype. I don't know. I feel like people are going to fall off real quick when this guy gets exposed. He only has 8 professional fights. I don't know how many in the UFC. So.
But the difference maker. What's the big difference maker?
What, between him and Mirchard?
No, him and O'Malley. O'Malley.
I mean, there's a lot of
high train.
differences.
No, but what's the big one?
He's Russian?
Sort of, yeah. He wrestles.
He wrestles.
He's a wrestling dominating type fighter, ground and pound, bash your face into the mat type guy. Like, Sean O'Malley's like, I'm gonna whimsically knock you out. That doesn't really
He doesn't
fly
say
too well.
whimsically.
Well, that's what he does. He whimsically knocks people out. And that doesn't hold up. But when you got a strong, aggressive wrestler, like a guy like Jemiah, he can have more longevity, and he has a straighter path to that title.
Yeah.
So I think Chimaev, he can make some noise. I really do. Aiden says Mirchard by submission. Wow.
I don't know about that.
But Mirchard does have a lot of experience, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't give him a submission win.
It's interesting. It is interesting. I like seeing these hype trains pushed up quickly.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Makes you think.
This guy beat a bunch of bums in Russia like all those Mexican boxers did back in Mexico. Fight a real nigga like Mike Perry, then we can talk.
Oh, man. Calling out the Mexicans.
Cuba.
Thank you, Chrome. Appreciate that. Chrome's on fire tonight. So what do you think, Jess? So you're saying Khamzat, final thoughts. Khamzat, FTW?
Yeah, it's just a safer bet,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Let me pee real quick.
Go ahead, pee, Jess. Just pop a squat. Knock yourselves out. All right, so this card we're going to be reacting to on Saturday night. I have to say, visually thrown together as a fight night, it is very creamy. Extraordinarily creamy, as you have Colby Covington versus Tyron Woodley. Everyone's been looking forward to this thing for a while. Maybe this is not the perfect timing for the fight to happen, but still, there is bad blood. There is that rivalry of two guys that used to train together. And here we go. We finally get to figure out, is Colby Covington going to be able to do what he said he was going to with a Mr. Tyron Woodley, or will Tyron Woodley eat his ass? You have Donald Cerrone versus Nico Price. This fight should be an interesting one for NH, the biggest Cowboy fan in the whole entire world, as he needs to bounce back in the worst way against a guy who's kind of up and down, Nico Price. Nico Price, every time I think of Nico, I think of when he had that hammer fist from the bottom. You look at his resume over here, 14-5-0, and the man bun. Exciting fighter. I have to think that Cowboy's going to bounce back. Got that Luke A win. Loses there. The Vic's got the win. And we got a donation.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Mike Perry is just welterweight Jeremy Stevens. What would be next for Chandler if he beat Ferguson? I think wrestling would be fun to see against Khabib. Apparently Chandler schools men when they wrestle.
You think that Chandler, if he beats a Tony Ferguson, hold on a second.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Crow.
Is that a dandelion on Nico's head?
Oh, let's check it out. I think it is. Yeah, I think he's got a dandelion. Yep. Yeah, it is. It's confirmed.
That's funny.
It's a dandelion. You can just pick it off his head.
The dandelion.
He's got a dandelion bun.
Who said that? Chrome?
That's Chrome. Yeah.
That's funny.
That's deer worthy. Yeah, Martin Unreal saying Mike Perry being the Jeremy Stevens. Yeah, that's kind of accurate. What else did he say over here? Ferguson and Chandler, what would be next? Is he the guy to dethrone a Khabib? I mean, he was a champion Bellator. Tony Ferguson beats Tony Ferguson. Does he get a fast pass? Would that be Khabib's last fight? I don't think so. Right?
Khabib's last fight, according to his team, is Gaethje.
What?
Yeah,
He's got 2 more
if he can't get GSP, then who's he gonna fight?
He takes Conor. You damn well know he's taking Conor.
I don't know if he will.
Well, we'll get to that Conor story in a second. But I don't think Michael Chandler, as much as I would like to see that, it'd be interesting to me. I don't think that he would be the big money fight that Khabib would be looking for as his last fight. You know? Unless he's looking to, what is he, 49 and if he beats Gaethje, he's going to be 49 and 0? What 49?
No.
That's fucking Mayweather.
No.
He's going to be 29
and 0.
I'm talking about like Floyd. 29 and 0.
Oh,
so
maybe 30.
Yeah, because he wants 30 wins.
He wants 30 and 0 to retire.
So would he take Chandler just to get to the 30 and 0?
Hold on. Let me just check on
49 and 0.
Here.
You know that's never happening.
Well, he could.
Yeah, he's 28 and 0 now.
Theoretically, stay to 49 and 0.
What kind of Khabib fan are you?
What? What I do?
So, all right. Anyway, who cares? He's 28 and 0.
I'm looking for something.
What are you looking for? I wish we had this on the computer screen so you can see Jesse frantically. What are you looking for?
Here we go.
Khabib?
Yeah.
Can you explain what you're doing right now?
I'm looking at something.
He's 28 and 0. I don't know what she's looking for. She's digging for gold. Yeah, I don't know if Michael Chandler would be a good last fight for Khabib unless he just wants that nice even 30 and 0 record.
If they could put together Ferguson, which would probably be pretty impossible. Well, let's just say they could get Ferguson put together since it was a craved for fight 5 times.
What are you talking about?
That could be his 30 and 0.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, you're talking about Ferguson back in the mix?
Khabib.
Chandler got his ass whooped by Will Brooks twice in Bellator. Brooks came to the UFC and got manhandled by everybody. Chandler will just be a can in the UFC.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can play the MMA math thing, and you can talk about the Eddie Alvarez fights as well. But, I mean, we all know that MMA math is not...
Wonderful,
doesn't really hold up, right, Martin?
I think Khabib's last fight, no matter what, should be Tony. Draw a lot of money and would be the most anticipated lightweight fight of all time.
So, all right, I know I'm going to be in the unpopular opinion party over here, but I honestly think that ship has sailed. Ferguson versus Khabib, I don't need to see it. I'm done with it. I would rather see the Conor rematch.
But if they announced that they were going to try and put it together again, would you not get excited?
No.
I don't believe you.
No, I wouldn't. I hand to heart, I would not be excited about Khabib versus Ferguson. I'm dead serious.
If they announced it was official.
It's been yanked from us so many times.
5 times.
Tony looked like shit against Gaethje. No, I'm cool. I don't need it. I mean, I honestly don't need
it. Gave Tony a way different fight than what Khabib would give Tony.
Do you really think, and I was picking Kukui over Khabib. Thank God that fight didn't come together. Because honestly, Khabib would have destroyed Tony. Would have destroyed him. He would have. So why do I want to see that? Sorry, not sorry. Everyone, and I was on that boat too. I really thought Tony would have beat Khabib. I thought he was the guy to stop Khabib. And, I mean, Jesus Christ. There's no way. There's no way he beats him. Khabib would literally drag him down and make him his daddy. He would be Tony's daddy. Not Tony Khabib's daddy. That would be weird. That wouldn't work with what I'm saying here.
Wonderful, wonderful.
But yeah, man, I don't want to see that. And it would kind of suck, you know. Hopefully Tony bounces back with a win with his next fight. Maybe a Michael Chandler or a Hooker, or maybe they could get that Poirier thing together.
Michael Chandler. Something tells me it's not going to be Michael Chandler.
Well,
although I do have an article on it, yeah.
Yeah, well, why don't you read it?
Okay.
Yeah, well, Poirier's slipping away. He's not completely out.
Let's start with that. According to MMA Junkie, Dana White says that Dustin Poirier negotiated himself out of the Tony Ferguson fight, and Poirier did have a response for that.
But nothing is set in stone right now, and Poirier still wants that fight. He's making it very vocal on social media.
UFC president Dana White believes Dustin Poirier has an unknown motive for not fighting Tony Ferguson at UFC 254. The matchup between former interim UFC lightweight champs Poirier and Ferguson was expected to take place on August 24th, but fell apart when the Diamond revealed he couldn't reach financial terms with the UFC. Ferguson has since pushed for the UFC to make things right with Poirier, putting out a social media post encouraging White to pay his potential foe and give the fans a highly desired matchup. White said Poirier just wouldn't get on board, though, and insinuated he asked for an unrealistic amount of money to step in the octagon.
I do like that. I'm not going to throw him under the bus, but let me throw him under the bus real quick.
Poirier offered a response to White when contacted by MMA Junkie and made it clear that he remains keen on fighting Ferguson.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Good old Diadom.
Chandler has been getting beat by featherweights in Bellator. How is gonna beat in top guys in the youth?
Yeah, you got to think that a guy like Khabib will be more powerful. Although Michael Chandler is like a little bowling ball. The guy is solid steel. And he's getting a little older, too. So I think Michael Chandler, if a Khabib retires, okay, if Khabib does do Gaethje and then flies to his home country and stays there, and that's it, belt's up for grab, you could make an argument. Eddie Alvarez did it. So you could make an argument that Michael Chandler can swoop up there and grab a belt. But with Khabib sitting on the throne, no. Eddie Alvarez made an argument that he has the goods to beat a Khabib. He's got the wrestling that can do it. And there was a part of me like, maybe he does. You know, he's lower to the ground, you know, the lower center of gravity. If these guys are going to exchange like that, maybe that would aid a guy like Chandler. Maybe that would aid a guy like Eddie Alvarez. So having Khabib face a wrestler that's lower to the ground might be interesting. Now, Justin Gaethje has wrestling, but he's going to completely abandon that and just use it for his
I don't think he'll abandon it with
defensive
Khabib.
Purposes.
No.
Gaethje?
I think Gaethje's going to pull out full-on wrestling.
Gaethje's going to try to out-wrestle Khabib.
I don't think he's going to try to out-wrestle. I think you're right. He's going to use it for defensive reasons. But
yeah.
I think we're going to see a lot of wrestling from Gaethje that we never saw before.
You can make a stronger argument that Michael Chandler could beat Khabib than Tony Ferguson can. I know Tony's very active off of his back, and yeah, look at the elbows. Everyone comes out like they've been destroyed. But I don't know. I think if after watching that last fight, I really do believe if Khabib gets on top of Ferguson, it would be ugly. None of that crafty shit from that jiu-jitsu shit's going to work. He's just going to run right through him. But if you have a guy like Michael Chandler who is smaller, who knows? Maybe it could be problematic. I don't know. You got to think Khabib beats everyone right now.
Yes.
I would say. Well, I know you say that. I'm trying to think, what is the best threat for a Khabib? You have Gaethje, who's fighting him very soon.
GSP would be the best threat.
But GSP...
You asked.
Stop. He's not fighting at 155.
You asked.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah,
Answer is
John Jones
GSP.
would be the best bet.
Just remember when Eddie came over. He immediately got his ass beat by Cormier, then went on to become champ. Chandler is only 2 years older than Khabib. I bet Chandler could get the strap if he plans his fights out smart.
He can. That's why I don't want him to fight a Tony Ferguson. I'd like to see Chandler fight, welcome to the UFC, a hooker. Even though hooker's a tough fight, you know what I'm talking about, Drunk Savage? A hooker. You see what I did? That was a joke. I'm kidding.
That was
I love
funny,
jokes.
Moss.
But I think Hooker would be a better fight for Chandler. He's got to be very careful. If he jumps in against a Tony Ferguson, that's a tough task for Michael Chandler. I'm kidding, guys. Jeez. It's a joke. Anyway, what's the story with Poirier?
I read it, Moss.
Oh, okay. So we're done with him?
Oh, fucking A, man.
Wonderful,
All right,
wonderful.
fine. All right. Here
All
we go.
right. You ready to talk about Conor?
Is that where we're going? Let's
That's
do it.
where we're going.
Give it to me.
Conor says, "Never will I fold." He broke the silence on the recent sexual assault allegations. As days pass, more details regarding Conor's recent allegations continue to emerge. Follow-up reports surfaced on Monday featuring a statement from supposed friend of the alleged victim. The source told the station McGregor, accompanied by his bodyguards, allegedly exhibited his private parts to a young woman without her consent as she made her way into the bar toilets. The source also said
The bar toilets.
said the young woman was deeply shocked and that she was holidaying on a French island with her husband. The Notorious kept silent about the issue for the past few days, but a couple of concerning tweets also surfaced, which we discussed. Unsurprisingly, both were deleted soon after. On Tuesday, the man himself finally spoke up through
Here
a
we go,
status.
baby. Right, Connor?
He posted on his private Facebook
On
account,
his private parts.
which TMZ confirmed through close sources.
Wait, he posted on his private Facebook account?
Right. And
So
then
who the fuck, how the hell did someone get that?
TMZ got it from someone.
So someone leaked his private, okay.
McGregor
His
addressed every topic on the issue, from his deleted tweets to all the accusations thrown at him.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what he had to say. I will never kill myself, no matter how many wish for it. Try to set me up, all yous fucking want over and over. The truth will always set me free. Be it baby father claims, rape, indecent exposure, bullshit, WhatsApp group shit, you fucking name it, never will I fold. The truth is the truth, and it gives me wings.
Wonderful, wonderful.
What a man, this Conor McGregor.
He's got wings.
James Bickwick put Chandler in a body bag.
Oh, if that happens, that'd be great. Welcome to the UFC, James Vick crack. Imagine? Oh, man. That would be embarrassing.
He says, the truth is the truth.
James Vick.
And it gives me wings. I know my character. God bless DNA. God bless CCTV.
Oh, Jesse! Jesse, my mouth is so low. Hold on a second here. Look at me fucking wings, Jesse. Jesse, why is my mouth... All right, keep talking. I'm fucked up. My mouth is frozen.
God bless.
It's so big.
God
It's
bless
stuck.
the truth. The truth is
Oh.
power. Never will
Yes.
a dime be paid to anyone coming
Ugh.
at me with vicious lies. Now, not fucking, not now, not fucking ever. I will fight, and I'm only beginning to fight. All these past incidents you will see, they will not be forgotten. I will not allow these people to just accuse me and then disappear into the dark to attempt to ruin someone else's life. No fucking way.
No fucking way. I'm sprouting me wings. Flying all over on the haters. All right, mate. Say what you will about me winky. But me log wasn't been shown. I am the champ, and I would never do that. Flippity floppity wings. Look at me wings now. I am so good. I have wings sprouting from my back as I float across.
Hey, I can see your underwear. Put your boobies in the air. Flapping like I just don't care. Can I lick your pubic hair? Snap a picture, time to share. Took my meat vision impaired. Filthy mind, I need a prayer. Pervert cameraman, beware. Pervert cameraman, show them tits. Pervert cameraman, $10 tip. Pervert cameraman, Yanni Celeste. Pervert cameraman, show them breasts.
Boobies! Look at all the boobies! Breasticles.
Connor had to piss really bad and his dick was a balloon, so he whipped it out a tad too early.
Whoa.
Shout
No.
out to all you MMA-Holes. That is all.
That is all.
Thank you, Mark. What a nice perverted donation. You are wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful,
Thank you
wonderful.
to everyone that's donated. Special dear. Okay, what else we have on this, Jesse? What did he say? Anything else?
No, that I read it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how much you heard.
Seriously, man. I don't have to go into detail like I did the last time, but I honestly believe the man has a lot of fucking money, and when it comes to all these crazy allegations, especially as of late, I think he's moved past all the craziness. You know,
I agree.
I really think he's focused on his family. Maybe he still parties here and there. Sure, he's a human being, but I do believe that these allegations are number one bullshit.
This is number one bullshit.
Everyone
This is number
stop
one
it.
bullshit.
He's got wings, for God's sakes. All right, so that's all I say. Let me see what the chat says.
Live and Logic says McGregor is a magnet for trouble. MMA music. Connor is a chicken nuggets. He said it again.
He sure is a chicken nuggets.
Connor is a chicken nuggets.
He is, man.
Monkey says he said he'll never kill himself too. Wheelchair Racist says 2 joints isn't dead. Wonderful, wonderful. Johnny Smith, he's the other white Michael Jackson with monkey? You mean with money?
What? Did you just call Michael Jackson a monkey?
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's fucking racist. Chrome.
He said thank you for DNA and CCTV. So I guess we got the answer for the rape allegations and this bullshit.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Listen, someone's just looking for a paycheck.
Listen, to all you guys that are waiting by the computer for Conor to do something wrong, there's a lot of people out there waiting. And they're like, oh my God, he's a rapist. And they're just fucking plucking away at the keyboard and then realizing that it's all fucking fake news. And then you feel like an idiot. All of a sudden, they're saying his dick was flopping around out there. And then everyone hits the keyboards. Oh my God, he showed his penis. And then you find out that's bullshit. What are you going to do now? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, you keyboard warriors? What you gonna do when I flippity my wings out in front of you? Fuck all of you. That's what Conor's doing right now. Just laughing on his yacht.
All right.
I fucking love it. It's great, man. It's funny because it's just people just want downfall. They want people to just drop and fall from fame and money.
Like success.
It's like, oh my God. Like what people say with us with our donations. They're like, oh, I can't believe you get donations. Oh my God. Jesus Christ, it's terrible that you get those donations. Oh, you're using your audience and this and that. Well, why don't you get off your fucking ass and start a YouTube channel too? Why don't you get off your ass and become the UFC champ? Do something with your fucking pathetic life. Sorry, I apologize to absolutely nobody.
They're just miserable.
All right, anyway, he's a free man, Conor McGregor. He's a free man. He'll be back in the octagon, so everybody settle the fook down. Next story, please, Jesse.
All right, Woodley says there will be no handshake with Covington after he pummels him at UFC Vegas 11.
Man, I feel like he's talked so much shit in his last couple of fights, and
my mom says you're on a roll.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Lady C. I can't get on board with Tyron Woodley with all the trash talk. Mm-hmm. Although today, Jesse.
Yes.
I watched Tyron Woodley versus Till again. And I got a little tingle in my penis. I did. That Woodley needs to come back. Do we see the let the hands go, the Tyron Woodley that brings the pressure, that goes for it against a Colby Covington?
I'm sorry. I'm dealing with things, all right?
Dear. Do we?
Dear. Can you repeat the question, please? Without giving me shit. I caught the beginning.
You decided to get tired in the middle of my question. Do you think we're going to see a vintage Tyron Woodley? Not that vintage. A Tyron Woodley of 2 years ago. 2 years.
Well, all right. I think we're going to see a semi-vintage Tyron Woodley in the sense that...
Did someone say fucking semi? I showed my semi cock. Oh shit! Is it on? Oh, what'd you say, Jess?
In the sense that he wants to prove everyone wrong with all this trash talk going back and forth with Colby Covington. So yes, in a way, we're gonna get some semblance of a vintage Tyron Woodley, but not vintage Tyron Woodley. You know, like. It's going to be the Tyron Woodley who wants to be a rapper and an actor and doesn't really care about fighting anymore, so he's going to half-ass it, but at the same time give his vintage self because he wants to prove himself against Colby Covington, his arch enemy. Okay.
All right, Chad, what do you think? We're going to get the old Tyron Woodley back in the cage. Let's get the story. Let's see what he says.
All right. According to Bloody Elbow, Tyron Woodley versus Colby Covington feels like it has been years in the making, and... both men will finally get the chance to lock horns at UFC Vegas 11 this Saturday to settle with their bitter multi-year long...
What? What the hell's going on?
This Saturday to settle their bitter multi-year long rivalry. Although some fighters talk trash to sell fights, T. Wood wants Chaos to know that his hatred towards him is real and personal. The former UFC welterweight champion revealed on a recent episode of TMZ's Hollywood Beatdown that there will be no handshake after he beats Covington to a pulp in the UFC Fight Night 178 main event. He said, quote, I'm definitely going to punch Colby in the face. Punch him, kick him, knee him, elbow him, knock him out, submit him, wake him up, knock him out again. Then sweep him off the mat with no handshake. Definitely going to punch Colby Covington, and I hate to even say his name because he doesn't even deserve to be on our show, but he's getting a punch in the face. Woodley will look to rebound from back-to-back losses to Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns, while Covington...
Wonderful, wonderful.
Colby not talking much. Maybe he knows Woodley can shut him up with one shot.
Maybe.
Colby Covington is just too busy kissing Donald Trump's hand. That's what's happening. He's too busy handling Donald. What do you think? A silent Colby Covington going into this fight.
I think it has everything to do with the Republican conventions. I don't think Colby Covington's like intentionally being silent. I think he's so distracted. I mean, listen, he's sucking Trump's cock right now, so he could give a fuck about Woodley.
Whoa, Jesse, that's our president. You're saying Colby Covington is sucking on our president?
President?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Our president's
yes.
mushroom tip?
Yes.
Okay. What else were you saying?
Woodley will look to rebound from back-to-back losses to Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns, while Covington, the former interim welterweight champ, will look to put a beating on the Chosen One to make up for his 5th-round TKO loss to the Nigerian Nightmare at UFC 245.
Listen, maybe I'm crazy. I like Colby Covington's shtick, but at the same time, I'm rooting for T-Wood. I have this weird thing where I don't hate T-Wood. I think he's cringy, yes, on the mic, but I don't mind his fights, even though he's been into some weird ass fights. The Wonder Boy fights and the Damian Maia fight sucked, you know. But that fight against Darren Till was fire. Sometimes Tyron Woodley, when he brings the heat, he's fun, man. He's fun to watch. I just still think that Colby Covington is going to win this fight. With that being said, I would be delighted if T Wood knocks him the fruit out. It'd be great. I'd like to see a rise back for Tyron Woodley.
As much as I dislike Colby Covington, I want to see him win this fight.
Colby?
Yes.
Because Black Lives MAGA.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh.
I just don't like Woodley.
You don't like Woodley. So you don't like him that much.
Because he's so pompous. Like, he's so fucking entitled, and I'd like to see him get fucking... Like, I know he got humbled in his last 2 losses, but I want to see him get really humbled with Colby Covington. If anyone's going to humble him, it's going to be Covington.
Jesse, the last 2 fights, he looked terrible.
No, I want him humbled by his arch enemy.
But how is Colby going to beat him? Decision. He's not knocking him out.
I don't know. Well,
so you want to see Colby out decision?
Wrestling. He'll play with Woodley's wrestling a little
Wonderful,
bit.
wonderful.
Colby is not knocking him out.
Woodley was too friendly with Usman and Burns and it got him beat. The last time he disliked his opponent was Koscheck and he nearly killed him. We will see it again.
This is definitely going to go... I have a feeling this is going to go to the cage a lot.
Well, yeah. I mean, Woodley says he's going to let the hands fly. Colby Covington said, I don't know what he said. Colby Covington hasn't said anything, really.
Mm-hmm.
So Tyron did make mention. I was watching an old interview where he was saying that, he was basically ragdolling Colby and this and that. If Colby takes him and starts throwing him around the cage, it's not going to look very good for T-Wood. It really won't. It's going to be pretty embarrassing. But you can guarantee this. If Colby Covington does get the win, mark my words, it's a decision. I mean, it's not even a question. Colby will out-decision him. And that's my only complaint about Chaos. How do you have a nickname like Chaos when every fucking fight's a decision? How does that work?
Didn't his gym give him that name? He didn't choose that name.
Chaos meaning, hey, you're in for it for all 5 rounds. It's going to be Chaos.
Chaos.
Huh?
His mouth.
Yeah, maybe Chaos outside of the cage. How do you have a nickname named Chaos? It should be Colby Decision Covington.
I don't know.
Booby, booby, booby trap. 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 Booby, booby, booby trap.
Mark!
JBH, I must agree Woody will lose. That is all.
Thank you, Marker. I'm going to go pee.
Okay. Go pee. All right. Well, myself and Jesse are on the same boat, even though Mark only agrees with Jesse. Yeah, I think Covington's going to win. But I'm rooting for Tyron. I'm rooting for the T-Wood to get the job done. And I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be funny to see Woodley knock out Covington. Don't think it's going to happen, though. I think we're going to get a decision. All right. Let's see what the chat says. Covington versus Woodley. Who you got? How you got it? The double OG, y'all. Colby, one of my favorites is Justin. But who you rooting for then? Because you love Tyron Woodley. Colby, pillow fist Covington. Got her done. Chaos for the wins. CRB. Colby suck. Hey, did y'all hear anything about Mayweather versus Logan Paul? Here's my reaction. Colby, Dez or T Wood KO early. So decision Colby or T Wood K Wood early. KO early. Colby all day. Will Covington jaw hold up? Maybe Usman completely damaged his jaw and it can't bounce back. I don't know. Imagine though, maybe Covington's jaw doesn't bounce back and Woodley hits him right in the sweet spot. His jaw falls off his face. Woodley still has bombs.
Whew.
Woodley loses, then gets TKO'd and retired by Khamzat. Woodley, I have been watching him since Till fight.
TKO'd by Khamzat? I don't know. I don't know about that. I agree that if Woodley loses, they might throw Khamzat his way, and Khamzat might be able to win against Woodley, but I don't think Khamzat's going to KO him or TKO him.
Well, let's get past this fight first, you know? I mean, Khamzat versus Woodley is very premature. Extraordinarily premature, but you never know. All right, so Covington versus Woodley this weekend, very good card. If you're not an MMA fan and you just want to, you know, check out this UFC, what is this UFC all about? There's a free fight going down at the Apex Center. Let's see. Is it on ESPN Plus? Let's see. Yeah, ESPN Plus, baby. If you want to get the ESPN Plus, super simple. You click the link in our description right down below. Click on the link, get all the fights. If you're new to the UFC, if you're old to the UFC, if you just want to watch the fights, use our link, get the discounts, and help out the MMA-Holes. This card should not disappoint. Even if the Woodley-Covington fight does go to a decision, you still got some very good fights here. Interesting fights. Johnny Walker bouncing back versus Spann. Keep your eyeballs on that thing. Should be electrifying. Khamzat, the hype train versus Mirchard. Will there be an incredible upset, or will Khamzat just do what he does and smoke people in the first round? You got Horseface Dern versus the redheaded Marcos. That's going down too. McKenzie back in the picture, looking all right as of late. Kevin Holland versus the Walmart. Tyron Woodley, Darren Stewart. 2 Woodleys, 1 card. Wonderful, wonderful. See what I did there?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay, getting to the next story, JBH.
Well, the next story still touches on the Dustin Poirier thing. Dana White saying Poirier didn't want to fight, and Tony Ferguson has already been offered a new opponent.
What?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
If Poirier is out, there are only a couple of viable options for Ferguson based on current UFC rankings. Now, the UFC we know doesn't like to always go on rankings, but these are based on rankings what some of the options could be.
The website was freezing up, and then it put up on this picture. This is Sean Hart. What's he got here? He's got, look, the stickers. He's got the coaster. He's having a grand old time. This is in Australia. Shout out to Sean Hart, repping the holes. Real G, real stud.
Scotch he's drinking.
Yeah, baby. Shout out to Sean Hart and repping the holes. If you're ever repping the holes, wearing the threads or rocking the stickers and the coaster, put it on the website. If you want a sticker, we got it down below. And, get you all these stuff on the MMA-Holes.com.
Yes, sir.
All right. See
now,
how it's freezing? It's like...
Some of these viable options, Moss, could be Charles Oliveira, who'd probably be at the top of the list after he's rattled off 7 straight wins, all coming by knockout or submission. And he just recently pulled off a fight with Beneil Dariush due to personal reasons, but nothing further was stated at the time.
I don't know where I am, Jess. Where am I looking at? This? Dustin Poirier? What are we looking
Nope,
at?
after that.
Oh, wait, I showed this picture already.
Right there.
So we're showing this again?
Yeah, you showed the wrong picture before then.
This is the only Dustin Poirier picture. Okay, let's just look at Dustin Poirier as Jesse reads.
Due to personal reasons, but nothing further was stated at the time. Fellow top 10 ranked lightweight Dan Hooker is also a possibility after he faced off with Poirier in June. And Paul Felder would also be an available option if he was willing to step in to face Ferguson in October. Earlier this week, Ferguson actually pushed for the Poirier fight to happen after asking the UFC to pay him so they could still clash at UFC 254. It appears those requests will not be granted, with White adamant that Ferguson will face a new opponent in October. Poirier refuted White's claims later on Twitter, saying, "I want the fight." UFC 254 will be headlined by a lightweight title unification bout as Khabib Nurmagomedov takes on Justin Gaethje. It's likely Ferguson and his new opponent will serve as the potential backup in case anything happens to either fighter scheduled in the main event.
Okay, we go over to the rankings over here. Dustin Poirier wants the fight with Tony Ferguson, but they're not putting up the right paycheck for DP. So we spoke about it earlier on what we think should be next for Tony Ferguson, as he sits at number 3, Dustin at number 2. It's the only fight that makes sense, right? Poirier versus Ferguson, throw that shit together. But unfortunately, that's not happening. And now Tony Ferguson, they're discussing perhaps a Mr. Michael Chandler coming in from Bellator, and that leaves Dustin in limbo. Really screws up Dustin. What does he drop and fight an Oliveira, who's a tough dude? You know,
that's
the
what they
hooker
were
fight
saying,
happened.
was Charles Oliveira was the top
Oof.
recommendation.
I tell you what, man. Yeah, Poirier, it would make sense. Maybe does he take a pay cut? What do you think? Or does he just kind of wait out? Like, what do you do if you Dustin?
I mean, wait out. Why should he settle for less?
Yeah, you know, he shouldn't, but he needs to get paid. The man needs to make money at the same time, you know? He's got to feed his family. Like, what do you do? How long do you wait? He's already waited for a while. You know? What do you do?
I don't know. It's kind of weird to me that the UFC is saying that Poirier didn't want the fight because of money.
Well, the UFC, they offer you something, you say no, they just move on. They don't give a fuck.
But why
There's
lie
no, like,
about
counter.
it?
No, they didn't. They said that
He just said he wanted more money.
Yeah, they technically said, they technically told the truth. The UFC.
Yeah, but they said that
by
he...
turning down the offer, he doesn't want it. That's their logic.
Yeah, and then he said he did want it.
Well, then he's gonna get paid less. And it sucks, man. What do you do if you Dustin? Do you take a gamble? Do you take a pay cut, fight Tony Ferguson? That's a gamble. Or do you fight a lower guy? I mean, even if he fights Charles Oliveira, he's not going to get paid top dollar. He's screwed. DP is screwed, man. He made like $400,000 in his last fight, and I think he doesn't want to go any lower. I think he feels his value's higher. But, you know, you sign a contract, right? You have a contract with the UFC for X amount of fights. So the UFC's probably like, listen, this is how it is. You signed that contract way back when. This is what we're going to offer you. Either you fight or you don't fight.
Yeah.
Poirier's screwed. What are you guys thinking in the chat? What should DP do in this situation? It's a fooked up situation for Dustin.
Drunk Savage says priced him out of the fight. Duke Chronic, they only pay up for big fights. Zabel says Wright Chiesa's last W was also RDA, and he's 8th.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hold on, Marker coming in.
Dustin should start a GoFundMe page if he needs more money. Shut the fuck up a fight already.
Yikes.
There you go. That's a Marker thing. There you go. That's one opinion.
Joseph Alfano says, how is Weidman ranked 9, being like 2 and 8 in his last 10 or some shit? It's a good question.
Oh, shit.
Colby Covington wants to kiss your hand. Donald Trump, can I kiss your hand? Kiss your hand.
Kiss your hand.
Trump, you have a delicious hand.
A lot. Delicious hand.
Did everybody see the group MMA pic from Trump's Vegas visit? Colby in the same pic as Abdulaziz? And what's with retired Cejudo being in it? Colby looks the slow cousin you include cause you feel bad for them. Ugly ass suit too. Rant over. Thank you.
Pale
I
monkey.
didn't see it.
Yeah, hold on. Who posted it? I mean, we know who was there. But yeah, Colby Covington, Ali Abdelaziz, all of a sudden best buds.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, they're all of a sudden best buds. Well, listen, it's all about the money. You know,
It's
these
all
guys,
about the money,
yeah,
money.
their beef
We don't need
that goes
money,
on,
money,
that's all BS, man. It's all, unless you're Habib and Conor. I think, you know, that's a little serious. There's no love lost between those two. But majority of the time, when these guys are talking crazy shit, they're usually hugging at the end of the fight. And Colby and Usman did what they had to do. They move on. It's old business. All right, so we talked about Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be hanging out with the deer, Jesse. I don't know.
Now let's talk about this Michael Chandler, Moss.
All right, give it to me.
According to The Score, UFC frontrunner to sign Chandler could book him versus Ferguson. The UFC is in advanced talks with free agent Michael Chandler and is the front runner to sign the former Bellator champion, sources told ESPN's ARIEL HELWANI. A deal has not yet been finalized, but if both parties reach an agreement, the promotion is discussing booking Chandler against Tony Ferguson at UFC 254 on August 24th. Ferguson was expected to face Poirier at that event, which is set for Abu Dhabi. However, Poirier dropped out after failing to come to financial terms with the UFC. It's unclear whether Ferguson is interested in fighting Chandler. According to Helwani, Chandler, a former 3-time lightweight champion in Bellator, found out his contract in August after knocking out former UFC title holder Benson Henderson. At that time, Chandler was willing to re-sign with Bellator or go elsewhere, and he was simply seeking the best deal. UFC President Dana White.
Wonderful, wonderful.
What up, dog? Do you think Paulo Costa's bicep surgery will affect him in the fight, man?
Yeah, those
Possible.
pain meds are going to help out a lot.
I think I'm going with Izzy. I would like to see Costa win for sure. I'm going with Izzy. I just think no matter what the situation is, I don't think there's going to be an excuse. I think Adesanya's got the tools to get the job done against Paulo Costa. Unfortunately, a lot of people think Paulo's going to run him over. Izzy's too slick, too smart. He's got the counter striking. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter if his biceps falling off or not. Izzy's going to win.
What was that?
Sorry.
Is everything okay?
No.
Whoa. Oh. Big.
What do you mean, whoa?
Strong. Like boulders. Whoa.
Michael Chandler, speaking of boulders. Uh-oh, hold on a second.
Wonderful,
Chrome
wonderful.
to your dome.
100% Colby kept his mouth shut like he did with Usman backstage at that press conference. Dude only runs his mouth when a mic is in front of him.
Yeah.
Wonder if there is gonna be footage of Ali trying to fight him before meeting Trump. Will Harris wear you out?
Man, I got to say. Oh,
Wonderful, wonderful.
Mr. Dome. 2 for 2.
100% Colby kept his mouth shut like he did with Usman backstage at that press conference. Dude only runs his mouth when a mic is in front of him. Wonder if there is gonna be footage of Ali trying to fight him before meeting Trump. Will Harris wear you out?
So 2 of the same.
Am I hearing double? Did you hear something twice?
No.
Yeah, is Will Harris documenting things? I haven't seen him really do much lately.
I remember he was moving not too long ago, so maybe he took a break to move. Right?
Maybe. Ladies and gentlemen, in our description down below, we have locked up something within our donations. It will be a tall task in order for this thing to be released. But if you've noticed, there's been something that's been sprinkled in the chat, and you're like, why is this being sprinkled in the chat? Well, I have to say this. There is something that is being harnessed inside our description, and we cannot let it loose, okay? So if you want to know what that is, check down below, and if you let that thing loose, well, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you, okay? So do not unleash the deer. Whatever you do, leave him in our description. Back to the news, Jesse. Please.
Okay. All right. So that's it. That's that for Michael Chandler Moss.
Okay.
So they're saying if they can agree to a contract, they are looking at trying to sign him against Ferguson, but Ferguson also has to be up for the task against Michael Chandler.
Well, I think Chandler's a done deal. He's going to come into the UFC.
But the question is, does Ferguson say yes to it?
Yeah, I think so. Well, who else is? I think Ferguson would be very smart to fight Michael Chandler. I think that would make total sense. He runs over Chandler, and he's right up in the mix. Yeah. Because what does Ferguson do? If you look at the rankings here, right, and Poirier's out of the picture, what does Tony Ferguson do? Hold on a second. Rankings. Ew. Okay, here we go. T-Ferg, number 3. You got Conor. Not happening. Who's going to fight? Dan Hooker? Is that what you want?
Charles Oliveira is not a bad fight.
I like Oliveira. I think Oliveira versus Tony is a great fight, but why the hell would he drop that much back after losing the Gaethje?
I mean, it's not that much. What is it, 3 spots?
You fight Chandler.
That's a fun fight, Oliveira.
You fight Chandler. In the chat, FVGC454SS says Nate versus Ferguson.
Negative. That's not happening.
Ooh.
Nate has to come back first. Nate and Nick have no intentions to come back until next year. So they're not gonna throw that together this year. That's silly.
Okay.
Don't be silly.
Well, we'll see what happens, but with Michael Chandler coming into the UFC, him versus Ferguson seems pretty likely.
Pretty
in my
likely.
opinion, Daniel Cormier.
I didn't ask for your opinion. According to Bleacher Report, Daniel Cormier says he tested positive, Moss, for COVID in July before the Miocic fight.
What?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Why?
Why?
Said Tuesday that he tested positive for COVID prior to his fight against Stipe Miocic at UFC 252 in August.
Wow.
Cormier told Kevin Iole of Yahoo Sports that he initially tested negative for COVID in early July after a teammate tested positive, but when he began to feel tired and sluggish later in the month, he was tested again and it came back positive. The 41-year-old Cormier credited the Aura Health ring, which indicated, with indicating to him that something was wrong with his body, which resulted in him getting tested again. In the third fight of his trilogy against Miocic.
Prior or pre?
What?
Prior or pre-fight? Did he get it?
That's a good question. Pre-fight. Prior.
Wonderful.
So it was
That's the
after,
same thing.
It was after the fight.
No, it's not.
Fuck that dear.
It's not after. Moss, prior and pre are the same
Good.
thing.
Please, thank you. God damn. Thank God he put the freaking decimal in the right position. Thank you, Chrome. Do not, whatever you do not do that one.
Moss,
Seriously.
did you hear me?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah?
Wonderful.
Can't keep you on your toes, no?
Romero. That's what I'm using to decide on who is going to win the fight, and Paolo is going to win. Romero couldn't fold Paolo while Izzy ran. Got nothing against those two Maricones. Love them both, but Paolo is gonna win. I hope. We all win with that fight.
Yeah, I would like to see Paolo win. I mean, I think a logical human being would look at Costa's previous fights, look at Izzy's previous fights, not MMA math, just look at the way both fighters take on their opponents, and then you collide both skill sets together, and I'd be surprised if Paolo wins. I know Paolo's undefeated, and so
Paolo's
is
not
Izzy,
winning.
but I would be surprised. It just seems like it just plays too much in Izzy's game plan. And also, Izzy is taking this very, very serious. The man's sleeping on mat floors. The dude is for real going for it with his training camp. I'm sorry, guys. As much as I want Costa to win, I think Izzy gets the job done. Good fight, though. Really good fight. Looking very much forward to it. So he got the COVID. Okay. So what happened? He shook it, and that's that? Good to go?
I guess.
Well, how about you read the story, then?
No, that's what it is. It
do you
came back.
mean?
He had this Aura Health ring that he was wearing.
Oh, God.
And
a lot of people, is it those rocks? Those rocks that they wear?
I don't know.
I think Corey Anderson wears
He
them.
said it was indicating that something was wrong with his body, so he went and got tested again and tested positive for COVID. So apparently it works.
So he put a ring on, and then he's like the Green
he
Lantern?
had been wearing it. Previously, he was wearing it, and he started feeling tired and sluggish, and his Aura ring started telling him something was wrong. So he got tested again, and the Aura ring was correct. He had COVID.
Oh, my God. Oh, it was Cannoneer, by the way. Okay. Yeah, maybe it was an anal ring. I love Daniel Cormier. I think Daniel Cormier is a fantastic fighter, light heavyweight, brilliant fighter, funny guy, very likable man, lovable fat boy. An Aura ring?
An Aura ring. O-U-R-A. Look it up, Moss. Look up the Aura ring. Here, let's look it up. Here.
Is he sponsored by Aura ring?
Aura.
That's what's happening here?
Aura ring. Here we go.
No, it's anal ring, Jess.
This is the Aura ring. And apparently it detects certain things within your body.
Oh,
And
shit. Yeah, I saw Justine Kish had this fucking thing.
It's a sleep tracking smart ring.
Yeah, I saw Justine had this. Look at this. I saw it on the IG the other day. Hold on, let's see. See, look, she's getting married to Aura.
The Aura ring.
Look at her face all fucked up. That's the Aura ring. It's like, is that what you would do if you wore that ring, Jess?
Yes.
So what is it? So the Aura ring told him about.
It detected like irregular bowel movements and told him
Really?
that
It told
he
him
needs to
those
get a
bowels?
COVID test. Yeah.
Wait, the ring told him, hey, you better get a Q-tip shoved up your nostrils.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. So what happened? He just kept it a secret, recovered. That's a pretty big secret. Jess, you with me?
Yes.
No,
I hear you.
No, I'm saying what happened.
I told you.
No, so he just recovered and didn't tell anybody?
I guess. I mean, we didn't find out till now.
Well, you're reading this story. What are you talking about? Read me this. Jess, you all right?
I read you the story.
Okay, but can you?
I read you the story.
I'm actually interested in the freaking story now.
Wonderful.
And I'm asking you questions. You're like, yes? Huh?
I answered that.
Nostradamus got it again. Coming soon to Amazon. Daniel Cormier Oreo rings.
Oh.
They test mood and cholesterol levels.
Oreo rings. Ooh, hey.
Oreo.
Wonderful.
Okay. All right, so you're not going to give me any answers.
I just gave you an answer. Yes. It was withheld until now. He didn't tell anybody.
Okay.
Nobody knew.
So can you read the rest of the story? Why?
I did.
You didn't even read the whole story.
Yes. I said in the third fight of his trilogy against Mirchard, Cormier fell at UFC 252. We already know that. As with most sports, COVID-19 has had a significant impact on the UFC. It forced the promotion to put fights on hold, stuff we already know. Having to delay Cormier versus Miocic would have been potentially devastating for UFC since it was the most highly anticipated bouts of the year. But
give it an Oreo ring.
But Cormier was diagnosed with coronavirus early enough that he was able to recover in the nick of time. So he really didn't have a reason to tell anybody.
Okay. So is he using it as an excuse?
No, he even says here, this is not an excuse at all. He says that.
Wonderful.
Okay.
I wonder if it went off right before she shit herself in that one fight.
Maybe.
Maybe she should have had this ring earlier.
He said this is not an excuse at all. Miocic won the fight and he fought beautifully. This is a thank you almost to Aura for allowing me to get the fight. I might have just kept pushing and not known I had it, but I was able to take care of myself properly and then get back into training and compete for the heavyweight championship of the world. Without the ring, I don't think that's possible. So basically he was kind of plugging Aura. I think he's looking for a little sponsorship over there.
Exactly. Come on, Jesse. My man Daniel Cormier is just raking in the sponsorships, saying, let's go. I'm not fighting anymore. Let's get paid. Yeah, it just so happens that this story pops up and Justine Kish just so happens to be flopping this thing around. All the UFC fighters are getting them. Come on, man. Next thing you know on Fuko Friday,
Listen.
oh, look what I got. I'm pooping great
I
now.
wouldn't shit on the idea of having an Aura ring.
You want one?
Yeah. You want me to reach out to them?
I'm going to propose to Jesse with an Aura ring. That's what's going to happen. Live in the MMA-Holes, I'm going to propose to Jesse with a shit ring.
I'll have our marketer reach out to Aura.
Yeah, reach out to them. I want one of these rings. I'll never wear it, but I'll pretend I wear it and say it's great. Okay. Let's move on from his sponsorship.
Okay, Moss. Ben Askren isn't
Drunk
sold
doesn't agree.
on Khamzat Chimaev before UFC and ESPN Plus 36, saying, I don't really know what to expect.
Well, Ben Askren, guess what, buddy? We took your donation away. So take that.
Ooh, boom, roasted.
Boom, roasted. See you later, Ben Askren. So Fook, you, and Fook, whatever you have to say.
Unlike a lot of MMA fans and media, Ben Askren isn't aboard the Khamzat Chimaev hype train just yet. Chimaev, the unbeaten All-Stars gym prospect, burst onto the UFC scene in July when he ran through 2 opponents in just 10 days. Chimaev has looked unbeatable in his stoppage wins over John Phillips and Rhys McKee, but Askren chalks it up to Chimaev not facing top competition.
He's not wrong there.
However, on Saturday, Chimaev will face Askren's good friend and teammate Gerald Mirchard in his toughest test to date. He said, quote, the hard part about it is we saw him twice in the UFC. Now this is Askren speaking. He said, but the first guy he fought, John Phillips, he's 1-4 in the UFC, so he's very unsuccessful. And the second guy he fought was a new addition to the UFC. So Chimaev has not won a UFC fight. And so it's like, okay, well, he definitely smashed these guys. There's no doubt about that.
And you beat Robbie Lawler.
But are these guys Gerald Mirchard level competition? And the answer to that is no, they're definitely not. So sometimes people can look great against guys who aren't as good, and then when they step into a little competition, it's a lot harder. So I don't really know what to expect out of Chimaev. I know Gerald is really good. He's really tough. But yeah, I don't know about Chimaev yet. And I had to agree with him, Moss. I was very slowly about to fall into the Chimaev train early on, but then I was like, hold up, pump the brakes. I don't know just yet. Have we seen enough to actually build a train?
No, Jesse. That's what I said
No,
before.
the nuts and bolts are missing, right? This might be the first hype train I'm not on, Moss.
You're not on Chimaev, but he's got a neck beard.
I don't think I'm on the Chimaev train.
How are you not on the Chimaev train, Jesse?
I want to be.
This is right up your alley.
I want to be.
So this means that Chimaev might be the real deal if you're not on the train.
That's right, because everything I say is opposite.
Jesse, he has all the makings of a JBH fave. He's got the neck beard. He's got the wrestling. He's got it all. Everything that makes JBH
He doesn't have
wet.
the proof yet, Moss. The proof is not in the pudding.
Is it? Let me ask you this, Jesse, and I'm going to ask you this seriously.
Okay.
Is it because you're not sexually attracted to this man? Because I feel that
What?
that is the key. If you find a man attractive, you're going to really go for them.
No, I'm not sexually attractive to Khabib.
Well, yes, you are. You would love to make. You would love to wear a towel for Khabib.
Negative, Moss. I like Khabib because I like Khabib. And
You would wear a towel for Khabib. Stop.
negative.
Don't lie.
Negative, Moss.
By the way, like the video right now. 92 likes or 300 people watching is number one bullshit.
This is number
Let's
one
go,
bullshit.
baby. We want 150 likes. That's what we want over here so we can throw our thumbs in the air. Like away. Let's go, people. Get on the like train and be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay. So not on the train, huh?
Not just yet. I need a little more pudding
Okay.
for me to make that decision.
All right. Are you in the chat on the Khamzat train? Let me know in the chat.
Kainota says, let her like, Moss. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Exactly.
Oh, Kainota.
heck?
What are you talking
Proud
about?
Babylonian says, JBH wants the kebab. Negative. Matt Stone, I like boobies. Rest in peace 100 says, Life and Logic. Flat Earth, yep, DIAZ. Johnny Smith, hit the like button.
Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, God, help me, no! Hit the like button, people. Jose is yelling at Artem Lobov in the chat. The return of the goat.
To Rat Lip says drunk. Robert.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
go ahead.
So do you have a story on the return of the great Artem Lobov?
Negative.
By the way, Artem Lobov going to she doesn't have a story. I'll talk about it briefly. He's going to like some weird ass organization that no one knows about. What, in France or some shit? I don't even know where the hell it is. But rest in peace, Artem, man. You mean you tell me you couldn't throw him? Like, Artem Lobov has a following. Even though he's a 500 fighter, he has a following. You mean to tell me that the UFC rather have like a CM Punk fight in there than throw Lord Artem in some dopey like novelty fight? Like, why not bring him back? Just not for a title or anything. Just bring him back for
Why?
fun. Bring him back. Why not?
Why?
Just for the fuck of it. Listen, if you
So
got
you could just take up space in the rankings?
if you got guys like, he's not gonna rank. Who do you think Artem's gonna rank? No, you throw him in there for fun. Throw him in
Why?
there.
Oh,
just-
we're out. We're out.
What?
We're out. Oh, we're back on.
Are we? Jess, what do you? What?
Wait.
What? Are we? What?
Now we're back? Looks
What?
like we're back.
What?
We're back.
Artem.
guys.
See, look what happens when you use Lord Artem's name in vain. Look what happens, Jesse. Psh. Look what happens. You use Lord Artem's name in vain, and we get glitched. Anyway, you give him another shot in the UFC, not for a title, just for fun. That's what you do.
Yes.
If Sean O'Malley could be in the UFC, Artem Lobov can be in the UFC. Let me just say that. Okay?
Okay.
Poor
Oh,
guy's
no.
got to fight in these swole ass promotions that no one gives a fuck about. Poor Artem getting the shaft here. The shaft. Let me know in the chat,
The
do you
shift.
think that Artem Lobov should come back to the UFC, or should he be in obscurity? I mean, the greatest of all time, for God's sakes. Disrespect.
I blame Deershart says Trent. Jose says spoke the Lord Artem in vain. The channel will crash. Aiden says nothing happened to my stream. Alex Level Artem is the GOAT. He also bangs, and I missed the rest. He also bangs what?
Let me bang, bro.
Whoa, Nightbot went crazy with the thumbs over there, Moss. I don't know if that's that many thumbs is necessary. Aiden says, yes, Artem would be champ at the UFC. Gator says O'Malley's foot was a skinny balloon. Flat Earth with the thumb. Justin says, heck no, and Artem is less than a 500 fighter. Marker says, put him out to pasture like the donkey in the background. Wheelchair Racist, Artem's wages is too much for Dana to pay. Alex Level says, goats. He also bangs goats. Gator says O'Malley equals skinny McNuggets. Chris Keys says Artem is Burt Reynolds. Drunk Savage only if they bring back Dennis Seaver also. The Double Champ says is headlining a fight soon. He's
what happened to Dennis Seaver? What happened to that guy? He just kind of fell off the face of the earth.
I don't know.
Didn't he fight like BJ Penn? Was that his last fight? And he almost beat him? Or did he beat him? I can't fucking remember. Was that Seaver's last fight? Oh, who cares? Just tickling my fan. I saw Dennis Seaver fight live, Jesse. Fun fact.
Yes.
I can actually say that. I was in the building while Dennis Seaver fought. All right, here we go. This next story over here, Jan Blachowicz. Hit the like button.
All right, Jan Blachowicz doesn't think Dominic Reyes did enough to beat John Jones at UFC 247.
Oh, this is a brand new story. Was Jan living in a past when he jumped in the time machine?
He doesn't want to talk about it till now.
Oh, my God. Jan, shut up and get ready for your fight.
According to MMA Junkie, the Polish contender doesn't think Reyes did enough to dethrone then-champ John Jones back in February. Jones officially outpointed Reyes 48-47, 48-47, and 49-46 to retain his belt in the evening's main event. To this day, the Jones-Reyes decision remains a topic of controversy, as many think Reyes did enough to edge the all-time great. Blachowicz is not one of those people. Both Blachowicz and Reyes are scheduled to fight for the vacant title on September 25th in the co-main event of UFC 253. The two were matched up after Jones vacated a belt for a planned move to heavyweight. Despite not thinking he did enough to beat Jones, the former KSW champion considers Reyes a worthy opponent and is glad to be fighting him for gold.
All right, so Jan Blachowicz is fighting a Dominic Reyes, and I see Jose in the chat saying the prophecy it will be fulfilled. And yeah, he called it. He pretty much nailed it when he fought John Jones. I mean, Dominic Reyes looked great against John. And now, here we go. Belts up for grabs to make it officially. Got a tough task in Jan Blachowicz, but I'm going to lean towards Mr. Reyes and think that Reyes will be and new. What do you think, Jesse, in that fight?
I'm going to say and new, Moss.
Yeah, I don't know. Jan he tries with the English, and I give him credit for that. He had some interesting finishes. The guy is a very good fighter. He choked out our friend Devin Clark. But, yeah, Dominic is going to be the champ. And guess what, Jesse? Devin Clark is going to surge up the rankings and become the new. Ooh. He's going to take the belt, Jesse. Watch. John Jones said that Devin Clark is the greatest light heavyweight of all time. John Jones's prophecy is going to be fulfilled, too. As Devin Clark is going to rise up the rankings and steal that belt.
Oh, I don't know, Moss.
In fact, John Jones left the light heavyweight division not because he was scared of rematches with Santos or Dominic Reyes, but John Jones was indeed scared of the thick thighs of Devin Clark.
Devin Clark keeps getting put on the first fight of the prelims. Devin Clark's not... Come on. He keeps getting the shaft by the
Devin
UFC.
Clark is taking out all these fucking hype trains.
I know.
Devin
there's
Clark
no reason he should be that low on the cards.
2-fight winning streak, for God's sakes. Or maybe 3. It might be 3 now.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I think the UFC's giving him the shaft.
What?
Yeah.
Who, Devin?
Yeah. The UFC's really fucking him over.
What do you mean? He's going to be champ.
What? The UFC keeps putting him on like the first fights of the prelims.
What are you talking? What? Let me show you. Come on, Jesse. Come on.
It's the truth. Like
now,
the last 3 cards.
He's going to avenge his loss to Jan Blachowicz. He's going to avenge it, Jesse. And he is going to fight Dominic Reyes for the belt. Watch what happens when Devin, the Brown Bear Clark, 12-4-0 from Jackson Wink, will be the new GOAT. He is on a 2-fight win streak, Jesse.
We'll see.
2-fight. Don't worry. He's coming. He's going to wrestle fuck his way to the top. He's going to wrestle fuck his way to gold. How old is Devin? He's only 30, Jesse. Plenty of time. He's coming. He's coming for that strap, Jess. We got to drag him back on the show and say, Mr. Clark.
I'm coming for that strap.
No, Devin Clark will be the dark horse, the dark bear in the division.
The dark bear.
That would be one of the craziest predictions of all time. If that thing ever falls, like this, like as much as I'm horsing around, like if this ever happened, it would be insane. Right? That would be the greatest mystical prediction of all time.
Yes.
That's right. It's a long shot.
If Devin was female, he would probably beat Adesanya, says Wheelchair Racist.
That's right. Whatever the hell that means.
Nicole Wilson says, I need new dinner ideas. Johnny Smith says, no effing way. That dude...
come on. You know Devin Clark's the real deal. Stop it.
That dude says Devin South Park Clark, Drunk Savage 2 joints bro, Life and Logic bet on Reyes, Sean Hart,
What?
I don't know.
All right. What's the next story?
Okay. Dominic Reyes is not overthinking the role of the judges ahead of the second title chance at UFC 253.
Dominic Reyes.
And
One
he
thing about
shouldn't be.
Dominic Reyes is he's a brilliant fighter. He's got all the skills. He can wrestle. He got bombs in his hands, but he's got one of the most dopiest faces I've ever seen, right?
I like his dopey face.
He is a dopey-faced man. That is one dopey-ass face.
How is it dopey? What
It's
about
dopey.
his facial features?
It's so dopey he should be a dwarf. Like, look at that face. Like Snow White should be just trotting around the streets with this guy. That is some weird-ass dopey face. He does have a big dopey face, right? Dopey face Reyes.
All right. Dominic Reyes is not allowing himself to stress about the possibility of having another big career moment soured by a questionable decision. Reyes, who fights Jan Blachowicz for vacant light heavyweight title in the UFC 253 co-main event on September 26, believes he should already have UFC gold around his waist after taking John Jones to a razor-thin result in February. Many, including Reyes, believe enough was done to dethrone Jones.
He looks like he's in a Christopher Nolan film. That was good. I like that.
But the judges didn't see it that way. He left the octagon with no belt, the first loss of his career, and a world of disappointment.
Ooh.
Jones has since vacated the title to move to heavyweight, though, and now Reyes gets a second chance to be the champ. It's always the goal to take it out of the hands of the judges, and although it would seem particularly important to do so this time, Reyes said he isn't letting the desire to finish the fight overtake his mindset. Reyes doesn't believe Blachowicz is going to be able to handle his best offense over the course of 25 minutes. If the Polish fighter does, Reyes says he will be better equipped to handle it than he was against Jones. The experience of that fight at UFC 247 has done wonders for Reyes, he said, and he thinks the lessons learned will pay off in another title fight situation. Reyes' passion for the game has him feeling confident the championship will be his at UFC 253, which takes place at Yas Island in Abu Dhabi and airs on pay-per-view following prelims on ESPN and ESPN+. The Dominator wants to usher in a new era in the weight class, and he expects a long and prosperous reign as the contenders lineup.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that fight, the co-main event. It's going to be wonderful, wonderful. It's co-main to Izzy Costa, right? Is that what it is?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And you know who else is on that card? William the Nightmare Knight on that card. These pay-per-views that are coming up, oh man, I'm fucking fired up. Ending the months, not beginning the months, ending the months with complete fire pay-per-views. I can't wait, man. And seeing William in Abu Dhabi is going to be freaking fire, man. I can't wait for that. Also, Jesse,
Yes.
7:32 over here. We have 28 minutes left in this show.
Yes?
I urge the people of this community. I speak to my best friends in the whole world, the MMA friends.
The MMA-Holes?
Oh, let's change the name to MMA friends.
Okay.
We need 150 likes. With 308 people watching, we need to make this happen. Time is running out. Get the likes up, let's go, and get the thumbs up in the air, and let's sing this song and have some fun. Please. For the love of God. There are people burning down buildings. Black Lives Matter. Donald Trump is in office. Maybe not for much longer. We need to get those thumbs up for the people, for the world, just to make it a better place. All right, next story.
All right, Mackenzie Dern recounts. Yikes. Yikes, Moss. Oh, that was just uncalled for. You know what I find funny about you, Moss?
What?
Sometimes when you do something that you know is kind of funny, you do this. You'll like do the funny thing, and then you go. It's so funny.
Jesse, I just simply neighed.
Yeah.
I'm like horse, and I fight soon in octagon, baby mama. You're going to hear that voice in the post-fight interview?
Oh, God.
I did so good in my fight. Mackenzie, what kind of accent is that? I don't know you. All right, what do we have about Mackenzie?
All right. According to MMA Fighting, Mackenzie Dern recounts the story of her husband getting into a fight with her ex-coach, Moss. Until recently, Dern spent time training with the Black House team in Los Angeles, though she's since partnered up with striking coach Jason Perillo. She described her departure from Black House as an amicable one, with the exception of an incident involving former coach Juan Gomez and her husband, Wesley Santos. Dern isn't exactly sure what she or Santos did to draw Gomez's ire, but when Gomez invited them to the gym to talk business, the discussion rapidly devolved into fisticuffs. Here's what she said.
I said something in weird accents.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Please play the damn like button, JBH. Must be nice to JBH.
What is he doing? You're not doing anything.
We are so close. We are so close to 150 likes. Let's go, people. Limited time left. 25 minutes. Come on, people. Get the likes up. We need to party tonight on a Wednesday night by the mountains, riding the Mackenzie Derns over the hills.
All right. Here's what she had to say. Now listen closely, Moss. This is a good story, actually. I read it before the show.
Can you read it in my... Mackenzie Dern sounds like Lou Ferrigno. Like she can't hear what she's saying.
No.
Yeah. Like,
No,
I can't hear what I'm saying.
She doesn't.
Do anything. Thank you. She's like one of those people that put the cards on the table in like the food courts, and you have to read it. And like, thank you for that money.
Nicole said, I don't know what he's doing. I just figured I need to yell at someone. Oh, Nicole.
Costa versus Adesanya like Dana said, man. Rock versus Stone.
Rock versus Stone. That should be on the poster. Thank you, DeMuller. Appreciate it. Rock versus Stone. Yeah, baby. I like that. I did it. All right, read it like Mackenzie.
All right. She said, my ex-coach Juan Gomez.
My ex-coach?
Come on. I just want to get through this.
Come on. Please read it like Mackenzie.
No.
Please, Jesse.
She said my ex-coach.
It would make me so happy, please. Oh, please. Just read it like Mackenzie Dern, please.
No.
Just pretend you can't hear what you're saying.
Okay. My ex-coach Juan Gomez, I don't know what happened that he called us to go to the academy to talk. I think he was unhappy with a bonus, like money-wise, for my last fight. Basically, I always ask my coach, hey, during camp, if you have anything, just talk to my husband. Obviously, at home, me and him talk about everything, so we're the same person. But when I'm in camp, I don't want to have to think about it. I don't want to have to think about money or coaches or anything like that. Let's just talk about training. So my husband talked to him. My husband's like the surfer guy, you know, totally good vibes, afro, definitely not the fighter style.
Surfer guy, you know, afro.
He went
What,
to,
is that how she said it?
Yeah.
You know, he's a surfer guy, you know, afro.
She
What?
said he's like the surfer guy, you know, totally good vibes,
If
afro.
you said it with her voice, though.
Definitely not the fighter style.
Yeah, like surfer guy, afro.
He went to go talk to him, and Gomez was just like, no, if you want to come to the academy, come to the academy and we'll talk. And he hung up. We went to the academy, and he just swept dirt onto my husband, pushed him, and my husband pushed it back, and they just went into a fist fight. It wasn't like a brawl, a crazy brawl. It was like a street fight or a technical fist fight. Back and forth, my husband's doing feints, and I'm like, where's he learning all this? It was so crazy. I think they both kind of thought that they were going to separate this fight, and everyone's just going to kind of like, hey, one-on-one. My dad's there trying to coach his son-in-law. Okay, turn to your right. You're doing good. And they're fully fighting, and my husband did so good. As soon as I saw that my coach attacked my husband, that just finished it for us. I love Black House and everything they've done for me, but that coach, I can't work with that. No matter how much I don't know, if you're mad about it because your bonus wasn't high enough, you just can't attack someone, especially when my husband is so humble with water. He's so humble with water. And he's like, can we have
He loves water.
that talk that you asked me to do? I don't know what happened. To this day, we still don't know exactly what pushed it to that level.
I don't know. All right. Did you absorb any of that story?
Yeah, her husband got attacked by her ex-coach because her ex-coach thought he deserved more money from the last fight, and yeah. So she left.
I'm sorry. I was too late with this. I could have went quicker with this one, but I kind of dropped the ball. Sorry, guys. I am disappointed
It needs
in
to
my
go down a
performance.
little bit, Moss. Shoulders aren't matched up.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Okay. All right, we done with Mackenzie?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I can't do an impersonation of Felice Herrig. Sorry,
Felice
guys.
Herrig is headed back after another knee surgery after problems persisted following her first procedure.
What? What procedure? She got the penis removed? Oof. Ouch.
But can I pee first before I read the story?
Because it has to do with her penis?
Yes.
All right, go ahead. Poor Felice. Felice getting knee surgery. Felice getting knee surgery. Felice getting knee surgery once again, and her career is fooped.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, Felice Herrig. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat as JBH. Still waiting on the thumbs up. 137 with the likes. Let's go, people. Get them up in the air like you just don't care. 150 likes. We play the song. Wow, Chris, you think every other woman's a man? Says 2 joints. And I think you're a woman. Damn, she fine. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Buckskin or done. And Angel's voice. Thank you. Moss is the man. Search the evolution of Mackenzie Dern's accent on YouTube. I did, Mark. It's hilarious. It's one of the reasons why I joke around about it. It's fluctuated so much. 1 minute she's American. Isn't she like from like Michigan or some shit? Next thing you know, she's got like a Arizona?
She's from Arizona.
She's from Arizona?
From Phoenix.
Yeah, and she had a completely normal accent.
Yeah, she grew up here.
Yeah, the video's hilarious. But how many people saw that video? It's really funny. Hit ones in the chat if you've seen the Mackenzie Dern accent thing. Listen.
It's like if I went to Brazil for 5 years and then came back as a whole different person.
Yeah, but some people are weird though. Like I had a friend. Like I don't have an Arizona accent, do I?
It is possible to pick up accents from your surroundings, but you don't like full on flip. Like there's still tones of your home accent.
Yeah.
In the way it doesn't like completely change.
Yeah,
you
I think I'm
just
gonna
pick up
change.
like when I went to New York, there were little things every once in a while I caught that I would pick up, but your whole accent doesn't change.
But
like,
if you go to another country, Jess.
Your whole accent doesn't change.
Well, you have
Especially
to learn
when
the
you
language.
were raised your whole life in Arizona.
Some people
like,
do.
Come on.
I have a friend that went to Virginia, and he completely lost his New York accent. He came back. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "What the fuck?"
But he's probably consciously
He also shot
doing
himself in
that.
the head. My Arizona accent's thick. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna get it. Like I was a little worried that I might get it a little bit.
You'll pick up a little bit. You will.
I was a little worried, but then I realized, it's not happening. You can't
but
break
you
to New
also
York.
don't socialize with people here in Arizona as much
do.
as we did in New York.
I talk to your pop, not much, but I do talk to him.
You hardly talk to my dad.
Well, like once every 3 months.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. But maybe I will. Maybe one day you'll tune to the MMA Holes about howdy, it's the MMA Hole. I don't even know how to talk in an Arizona accent. How does
Arizona doesn't have
say coffee?
I don't say it right.
Well,
so
how do Arizona?
They
zoners,
say like
zoners.
Coffee.
Coffee.
I think that's how. Yeah.
We gotta
But
ask
I don't
your
even say it
family how
right.
to
So.
say it. I don't know. Anyone in the chat move and your accent completely change? Like anyone notice that? Like Michigan, I noticed when I used to visit my family in Michigan that I would get certain, like, I don't know what the word is. Like some of the things I would say would sound
Dialect.
Not dialect, not a language. But when I would come back from Michigan,
Dialect's not a language.
yeah, different dialects.
It's not a language.
Well, it's a different type of, like, if you're speaking in a language, there are different dialects within language.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, who cares? All right, let me know in the chat if you have changed. Your voice has changed by moving to another place. I'm curious.
I tried to put doctor on M license. LOL. It says Proud Babylonian. Two Joint says there's no accent in BC, Canada, Moss. Antoine, any updates on Michael Chandler? We already talked about it. Go back earlier in the show, man.
No, the only update is it looks like he's going to be in the UFC. It looks like it's a pretty much a done deal. The question is, who is he going to fight?
Yes. Press conference tomorrow. Nicole
Yeah,
Wilson.
what's the press conference tomorrow?
Woodley, Covington.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold your Mackenzie Dern's.
It's a
Jesse.
pre-fight press
Hold
conference.
your Mackenzie Dern's. What time is that press conference? Because
It is. I got it right here.
we should play that press conference and then roll into your fight briefing. That's what you should do. Or do an early fight briefing and then roll into the press conference. Hold your Mackenzie Dern's.
It is at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Is that it?
4 p.m. Eastern. What time do you usually go live? You usually go live at 8?
I usually go live at 8, yes.
And that would be, oh my God, that'd be 1 here? Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I kind of want to do it, though. It's going to be a good press conference. Are you going to have the stream scheduled for the press conference? You're going to have the stream up, fight briefing? Because if you do, then the chat will be open and people could hang in here for the press conference and we could all bullshit.
Oh, am I going to have it scheduled before the press conference?
Is it going to be up
Yes.
around 1?
Yeah, it
Before
should
1?
be. Usually I schedule it pretty early.
I do. I'm going to watch it,
Thursdays.
but I don't know if we'll be live for it. We should be live. Go to Justin. Why don't you stream that shit? You know, one of you guys, yeah, like Justin or someone, fucking go stream that shit. You could play the audio, just don't play the video. You'll get nailed. But if you play the audio, you'll be fine. Open up a live chat and then hang out over here. I guess I don't fucking know.
My kidney hurts.
If you're not subscribed, hit the notification bell because maybe, who knows, maybe we will live stream it. I don't know. All right, let's go into the next story, please. Please.
So Felice Herrig, she's headed back for another knee surgery after problems persisted following her first procedure. Not that anyone really cares. The veteran UFC strawweight told MMA Fighting on Tuesday that she's set to go back under the knife on October 5th with a new physician to repair damage that she says wasn't previously addressed in the past procedure after she tore her ACL in 2019. According to Herrig, she experienced issues for months following her initial surgery, and the problems persisted throughout her training camp as she prepared for her return to action at UFC 252 in August. Unfortunately, she could get the answer she needed with her local doctor and physical therapists unable to explain exactly what was happening with her knee.
Well, more importantly, Jesse, Antoine 6294 has just subscribed.
Wonderful, wonderful.
He's a smart human being. Smart. Unlike the unsmart people that don't subscribe.
Yes.
Antoine's actually wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful,
All right.
wonderful.
What else do we have in the news?
One more story, Moss.
Oh, no. All right, I'm going to behave.
One more story here.
I'm going to behave. I'm going to do my best.
Now, Dana White spoke out on handing Danielle Wolf a UFC contract, saying,
No, Danielle, Jesse.
I said Danielle.
Oh, you said Daniel.
I said Danielle. He said, I've given people with much less skill shots.
Is that what he really said?
Yes.
I've given people with much less skill shots.
Yes.
Wow, that's a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, UFC President Dana White stands by his decision to give three-time USA National Boxing Champ Danielle Wolf a UFC contract. In her first MMA fight, Wolf defeated Tanisha Tennant by unanimous decision Tuesday at Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series and was one of 3 fighters awarded a UFC deal. It was a back-and-forth battle in which Wolf shined early with her crisp boxing, but Tennant's experience allowed her to rally in the second half of the fight. White still scored the fight 29-28 in favor of Wolf and explains that while she still has room to grow, the hundreds of rounds that she spent in boxing rings should amount to something. He said normally somebody that's 0-0 and had a tough performance like that, she fought a girl that was 5-0 though and was undefeated, and Danielle hurt her a few times and had her running backwards and putting her head down, things you don't do unless you're getting hit really hard. So I'm going to give her a shot, White told the reporters. He also said, I mean, she's got like 43 professional fights. It's not like she can fight, or not like she can't fight. It's not like she's never been there before. The internet is going crazy saying she lost the fight, and we gave her a shot. Listen, I've given people with much less skill shots, so I think she deserves a shot.
Oh, man. Well, listen, say what you will about a Danielle Wolf in the UFC. 145-pound weight class. You know the UFC is looking for some extra ladies to compete there, so it's not surprising that she got a contract. What is surprising, and I saw Jose put this in the chat, a couple of people actually put this in there. It seems like this is like real. And yeah, this is fucking crazy.
No.
That's fucking crazy.
No.
I shit you not. Is that really fucking happening? This can't be.
This is just hype.
Well, listen, this is a sports Bible, but all over the place. There's plenty of articles saying that this is really fucking happening.
I don't know about this yet. Keemstar tweeted it. Like, come on. Keemstar? You can't believe this shit.
Well, no, Keemstar does get inside stuff.
But Keemstar's also
on the
wrong
YouTube shit.
on a lot of things. So I wouldn't trust Keemstar.
Just type in Floyd Mayweather. It is all... Floyd Mayweather fought Conor McGregor, who is literally... He was an amateur boxer. Let's be honest here. You know, he made his first pro fight against Floyd Mayweather. That's what happened here. And Conor held his own. If Logan Paul, who I've seen box before, and he's a lot bigger than Floyd, so he definitely has the size. Is he bigger than Floyd? Yeah, he's a big dude. I don't know what the fuck weight class these guys got to fight at. But Floyd will piece this man up. This guy he could barely throw a punch.
No, he could box.
No, he cannot.
Well,
Jesse, him saying he could box is saying I could box. That's how bad he is.
He does train. He does professionally train.
Dude, this guy, have you seen his fights? He's not a very good boxer. Not a very good boxer. Now, I don't know what weight class this would be at if this does happen, but talk about a fucking circus. Oh, my God. We'll keep an eye on this thing. See, look at this. Newsweek, everything we need to know about Logan Paul.
Like, he's a big joke, but he can throw a punch still. Nothing that would do anything to Floyd, but yeah.
Logan Paul is not a lot bigger and has a massive reach advantage, but none of that is going to matter when he is one of the top three. But what weight class they got to fight? Oh, my God. The good news about this is we won't see Conor do this shit again. I really do not want to see that happen again. That was ridiculous. It was fun the first time around, novelty shit, but let this circus shit be with like YouTubers and stuff. Oh, my God. There is no way in hell that this will be competitive. No way. You're going to watch a 40-something-year-old man completely annihilate a jacked-up YouTuber. If this really happens, it will be one of the most embarrassing things you've ever seen. I think Floyd will do the same thing where he'll kind of lay back in the beginning of the fight, let Logan look kind of good, kind of like we did with Conor, and then he is going to embarrass this human being. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I don't know,
This has to be one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my life.
Well, we've seen a lot of ridiculous things.
This is out of control ridiculous. Now, talk about paydays. I mean, the money that both of these gentlemen are going to make, it's going to be obscene, the amount. I mean, Logan Paul killed it with all that crazy bullshit that he was doing with that KSI guy or whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah.
And now you got Mayweather, who is the GOAT, Well, at least the money GOAT. Oh, my God. What is going on?
You think Floyd ran out of money? You think he spent it too much, living too large?
No, I think with Floyd Mayweather, I think he's money hungry. I think he's fine. He likes the attention, and he likes money. This dude just loves money. Oh, my goodness. All right, chat, let's see what you got in this. We'll be reacting to that, of course. But Jesus Christ.
Floyd is the best ever, hands down, best boxer ever, says Sky Noto. Justin says, oh, JBH, he has invested so much. Don't even go there. Well, excuse the fuck out of me, Justin. Live and Logic says, everyone likes money. Rick DeSarle says, Hajenga. Shep says, all about the money. Alex Level, thumb me, bro. Kainoto Floyd is a legit nice guy. I've met him and been around. Life and Logic, 150 likes. Valid Rowdy. What if Logan Paul beat Floyd?
Listen, I mean, the only thing I could see, and it wouldn't, I'm assuming, is this going to be like an exhibition bout, or is this going to be...
I don't think this is going to happen.
Like, is this actually going to count on his professional career? Like, I don't think that's even going to happen. I think it's going to be like the Mike Tyson thing, where it's going to be some sort of exhibition bullshit. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And if Logan Paul won the fight, it's just them just lobbying for some sort of like trilogy rematch, just a money grab, a complete... I mean, it's a money grab already. Matt Stone says exhibition. So, yeah. So, if I was Floyd, if I was fucking Floyd Mayweather, what I would do is completely take a dive in the first fight. I would completely take a dive in the first fight if it's an exhibition fight, right? And say, I can't believe it. I am a perfect boxer. I can't believe I underestimated a young Logan Paul. I want a rematch. And then Floyd fucking schools him in the second fight. And then they say, oh, let's have a trilogy. And then make $1 gazillion. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Are you excited about something like this, Jess? Would you be pumped up?
No, God, this makes me want to vomit.
What is going on? I'm just glad it's not happening in MMA. Like, I mean, I want to see Floyd fight in MMA, but I don't think I need to see like this kind of. This is like so absurd.
Oh God.
Although Logan Paul moving over to the UFC,
He's such a narcissist, Logan Paul.
But at least he has a wrestling background. You know what I'm saying?
Why does he need wrestling?
No, but what I'm saying is if he goes over to the UFC, I'm actually kind of I'm backing up on what I said. I'd probably rather see this in the UFC because at least if he can rely on his wrestling, and we started seeing Punk do it, which was kind of ridiculous. I think Logan Paul could actually.
Logan Paul's such a joke.
Might be able to hold his own in the wrestling department, but I've seen him box and I'm not impressed at all. Anyone that's really into boxing in the chat, did they see something that I missed?
Well, I did see at the KSI fight, like he does box. Like it's not hard to miss that he does box.
Didn't he lose to KSI?
He trains professionally.
He lost in the second fight, though.
I don't know. I can't remember. But all I know is he does put his time. He has his own gym in his backyard.
KSI beat the fuck out of him in the second fight.
Listen, I don't know what the fuck happened. Fuck the KSI fight. All I'm saying is the guy does put time and effort and energy into boxing.
Oh, my God. Well, we'll be fight buddying that. Oh, let the jokes fly.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Here is Pulse.
Floyd Mayweather has fought Zabjuda Shane Mosley, Arturo Gatti, Canelo Alvarez and even Conor McGregor. If he were to get knocked out by a vlogger, this world may finish to exist. Bagel Boss has a better chance of knocking out Mike Tyson.
Oh my God. He's so right. Could you imagine? I'm telling you right now, I would not be surprised, especially if this is an exhibition fight, I would not be surprised if Floyd Mayweather takes an acting dive. Just to put a little exclamation point on 2020. If this is going to be done before the year is up, do not be surprised that Floyd just takes a dive. Just for like a crazy rematch and some just money grab. It's nuts. All right, let's clear our heads. What I need everyone to do here is grab this bird, Jesse, first before it gets too far. Grab that bird. Get him.
Oh, I missed it.
Khabib keeps on flying by. Oh, I just cut myself. That's nice. This is what I need everyone to do. I need everyone to take their thumbs and go like this. Okay? Everyone join me in the chat right now. Throw your thumbs in the upright position because, ladies and gentlemen, it has finally happened. We have hit the goal that we wanted to hit tonight, and we couldn't do it without you, the MMA-Holes. Keep on liking the stream. It's time to sound the alarms, Jesse.
150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. Open up your bra, show your tits 7%, yeah. MMA show with the holes and the mohawk hair. JBH with the news you really can't compare. Throw your thumbs in the air. Throw your thumbs in the air. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. The dislikes can listen to Tyron Woodley rap.
Jesus Christ, you people are making us wait around here. Thank you for the likes. Hit that like button, people. Let's keep this party going for 3 more minutes as we humbly accept your likes and love each and every one of you. And thank God, Jesse, with 2 minutes left in the show, thank fucking God. I was a little nervous.
About?
But we kept the beast contained in the description.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, Jesse. Any last things that you want to talk about here?
No, I think we pretty much covered it all. My stickles. Don't forget, guys. Are we doing press conference tomorrow or no?
Listen, I'm always down. I mean, we could do a separate stream for that. I say do fight briefing early. I say do the press conference and roll into your picks. I think that would be smart. I'm down with it. 1 o'clock stream. We throw up the press conference. We hang out. We listen to it together. And then you do your fight brief and we get the fuck out of here.
All right. Let's do it, Moss.
What? Did you agree to extra content? 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like
Suck on that shit, fat bitches.
Well, who would be here, excuse me, early tomorrow? There's a little jizz in my throat. Who would be here early tomorrow for a early press conference, stream, fight briefing, combined Woodley versus Covington? These two are going to be yakking it up, and that sounds wonderful, wonderful. Now, the question is, how are they going to be on a dais? What's going on here? Is it going to be, is it going to be like a press conference?
I don't know. They're airing it on YouTube, so I don't know.
No, but is it going to be like one of those things where they're talking on, from Skype to each other, or are they going to be on a dais?
I don't know. I mean, if they're doing like a show for...
Hold on. Check it out. Look on just Google the press conference and see. I'm just curious how they're going to put this thing together. I mean, if they're on a dais and you got... But then again, why would they have them risk the COVID, Why would they have these guys risk it by staying... All right, Jesse's going to look it up. I'm curious. Does anyone in the chat know? Mexican Independence Day. Hell yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Yes, sir. Does anyone in the chat know how they're going to do this?
Yeah, it doesn't say on here. Hold on.
I'm curious if they're going to... I'd hate to... Oh, man, if it's a Zoom call, it's going to be gay. It's not going to work out very well.
Yeah, there's nothing here that says anything.
It's probably going to be that.
Here we go.
Yeah, because...
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, it's a virtual media day?
Well, that doesn't mean anything. Hold on.
Yeah, it does. Hold on a second, people.
Well, they answer questions from the media Wednesday afternoon. On Thursday, they'll stream the press conference between Covington and Woodley. But it doesn't say what the press conference will be. So the media day is different, Moss. It's not the press conference.
All right.
But it doesn't say what the press conference...
I'm curious.
I would assume it's going to be virtual.
I mean, that would make sense. Why risk anything?
Unless they just do, like, Woodley, Dana White, Covington, and then, like... Because the media still gets together to ask questions, so...
Wonderful, wonderful.
Kainoto.
To say that Conor had a chance against Floyd is like saying Floyd Wood has a chance against Khabib in MMA. Zero chance. Logan does have rudimentary boxing skills, on par with Conor. Boxing was my first love. I think it's good for these COVID times.
Did you just say that Logan Paul has boxing skills on par with Conor?
Justin just said it's in person. Like what they did with Cormier and Mirchard. The press conference is in person.
All right. I hope it is, man. All right. So, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that. DC. That's right. DC and Stipe. They did do a press conference. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, well, thank you to everyone that contributed and participated in tonight's stream. You are all wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And we're thinking about doing it. Hit the notification bell. Make sure that little fancy bell next to subscribe. Hit the bell so you know when we're live, because we might pop up at 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow to stream the press conference and discuss the cringe, give you JBH's picks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
All right, Jesse.
All right, Moss. Well, guys, join us tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time? 4 p.m. Eastern time for the Covington versus Woodley press conference, followed by fight briefing. And as always, don't be an a-hole, be an MMA-hole.